Welcome, everybody, to this episode of Sorry in Advance Podcast, the comedy podcast that is currently in talks with Spirit Halloweens for the biggest thing to hit season since the Hallmark Channel. The start of Spirit Thanksgiving and Spirit Christmas. We will be your one-stop shop for all things fall. Get in on the ground level for early investment options. Here's to your fall being well decorated.
I want to be decorated as like an uncooked turkey butterball.
Ooh, this is what? It's not for costumes.
No,
Thanksgiving is just going to be Thanksgiving decorations.
I'd like to pay you for that, Danny.
The butterball?
Yeah,
just grease them up.
Whatever it means. Yeah, I want to be there for it.
Okay,
like what's his name from Seinfeld, where he went up to the roof and like covered himself in butter and tan.
You can do whatever you want. I just want to be a part of it.
All right,
you know
let's
what I mean?
shot in.
I'll let you in.
Do you think this shot will stop you
Emotionally
too?
too.
Okay,
Sure. Cheers.
Jesus. We're still in the middle of this
Machu Picchu.
Peruvian.
Oh man,
we don't even know what this
I
is.
just did a weird Scooby-Doo thing there. I took that shot.
Yeah, it'll make you do a lot.
It's always way warmer than room temperature for some reason.
Oh, it's from the Andes.
Which is cold.
Woo, I don't know that. I can't confirm nor deny. Well, welcome everybody to this episode. Wanted to go ahead and thank everybody for listening. Wanted to also thanks everybody for reaching out, emailing. We always can use your input and your questions.
We're running out of ideas, guys. We really need your help. I'm scared for the future of this podcast.
Bottom of the barrel right now.
Yeah,
we're
we really
scraping.
Yeah. Speaking of scraping, John, do you have a listener question?
I do. Well, I have a sorry in advance. If you'd rather hear that.
Unwanted advance?
An unwanted
You
advance.
don't even know your own segments.
I told you we're scraping the bottom.
These are all
of the
still
barrel.
new.
Yes, I do. This week's unwanted advance comes from HarderDaddy69 at gmail.com. She writes, Dear podcast, I've been dating my boyfriend for several months now. I'm 25 and he's 46. He has a previous child from a relationship that I know nothing about. However, recently I learned through a friend that his daughter is only 2 years older than me. I'm not sure why I'm so shocked and disgusted, because technically speaking, we're all adults here. Moreover, without going into incredible detail on our sex life, he has a daddy kink, which I also have. It's been fun doing role play with him, but I'm kind of getting the ick now that I found out I'm younger than his daughter. What should I do?
Did they say the age difference?
It was like 20 years.
She's
or so.
25, he is 46, so 21 years.
Yeah. I mean, if you got
With
the kink,
the daddy kink.
Yeah, there's obviously something there. It's something weird.
Yeah. They're certainly having sex.
Don't yuck their yum here.
She's the one that's already yucked in. That's why she's reaching out to us.
Look, I'm gonna. Can I play bad cop here?
Yeah.
Sure,
please.
Shut up.
Can I play good cop?
Yeah.
And you're bad cop?
Yeah, you can be the buttered up cop or whatever the hell you two were talking about 2 minutes ago.
Sergeant Butterball reporting for duty, sir.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Harder Daddy or whatever your name was. Shut up. You signed up for this. You started dating a man that was older than you're 25, he's 21. Your entire age gap is only 4 years off of your age. Yep. You cannot be weirded out that he has a daughter of any age. 1, 2, to be older than you. That's insane. And 3, you signed up for the daddy kink before you even knew he had. It
doesn't sound like
kids.
She cared until she found out about it.
Get out of your own head.
The fantasy started to become reality is what the problem is.
It is reality.
Yeah.
It is.
I think obviously
reality.
If you're looking for something long term, this is not going to be it.
Yeah.
Because his daughter's going to hate your guts forever.
Well,
there's probably no way around that.
His daughter also probably already hates his guts forever.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. That's true. They might not even talk. Who knows? You know what I'm saying?
Does his daughter listen to this show? Because now she knows.
No, because we don't know what her handle, if it's actually real or not.
That's true.
We don't know.
Well, we can email her back and ask her.
That's true. You guys should email HarderDaddy69 at Gmail. See what happens.
Yeah, we're on a different list at that point. I just don't see how you can be that weirded out about the situation.
You were already into older men, so that didn't change.
Right,
that didn't change.
Right.
The only thing that changed is now he has a daughter that's younger than you,
older than you.
I'm sorry.
Like, I don't understand the daddy thing anyway. Like, I don't understand how that's like.
I don't know. Like, when you're banging, is he saying like,
Call me
"Oh
daddy.
yeah, take it, daughter"?
So
like,
I think
that's how it works, John.
Whoa, John.
I don't know. I'm curious.
Don't be.
daughter.
You're.
Come on,
you're gonna be
sweetheart, like
arrested.
he's
It's always call me daddy. It's never call me daughter. That is.
I don't
Danny,
know how
it
it
could
works.
not have been explained any better than that.
All right, I don't know. He's like, oh, we're gonna be late for soccer practice. Hurry up and take this D or
Put
whatever
your
he
shoes
says.
on.
Yeah, if it was real daddy daughter, it would be way worse. Hurry the fuck up!
yeah.
We gotta leave. We're gonna be
I
late.
told you, finish your vegetables or no dessert, pumpkin.
No. Oh my god, that's
Kitty,
so
what are you
sick.
calling
Pat her on
me?
the head.
That's so,
So
sick.
weird. The Daddy King guy I find strange.
think-
Not
So,
into that.
I would
We
say
somehow
that I
ruined
would
this.
imagine that portion of it is more of the like submissive end, like he like owns her type, like daddy, not like
see.
what you're saying.
Okay.
Like, that's
So he's not
creepy.
signing her up for,
No.
Girl Scouts, or they're not doing
He's not
any
signing her field trip
kind of...
papers.
Okay,
No,
okay. Is he taking care of her student loans, you think?
probably. That one, yes, for sure. I'm guessing she's not in medical school, and I'm sure her community
Sure,
college
she's
is
in school for communication or something.
being funded by Bernard or whatever his name is. But anyway,
Keith.
so we heard. Hold on, this listener's gonna hate us. I would like to apologize. I was playing bad cop. However, I don't believe that you have any real reason to be. I get the weirded out, like you might be saying those words to him in a sense that he's thinking.
See, but I
what
think,
if they
I
were
think Nick's
estranged because there was some kind of weird thing that happened to the daughter when, like maybe
Then
there
you
is
got to
something
get
worry
out
about.
anyway. Then you got to
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
out of that already.
I think Nick's being more rude than I was, because what he's saying essentially is you don't actually have a problem.
You don't. You signed up for this.
I mean, circumstances change.
You can't say I'm into black girls, and then when you start dating a black girl and she punches you, be like, man, that was rude. Like, that is
See,
exactly.
now,
Why does
That
the
comes
black girl
off
have
racist.
to punch?
Oh, you ain't never been punched?
Did
Not
she
by a
take her
black
fake-
girl?
Did she take her
that's a good
fake
point.
nails off first?
No.
Oh, she left them on. Okay. All right.
But you can't pick one and then choose one. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
you can't say
yeah.
I'm into like
If you're in for a penny, you're in for a pound.
right.
Is that what
And
you're
then
saying?
you can't say at the end like it's weird now. Like I mean, the dynamic didn't really
It
change.
was weird to begin with.
Right. It was weird when you started.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's her real problem.
Yeah.
It was weird, but now the fact that the daughter is younger than you or older than you makes it that much more weird. It's like a weird magnifier.
I mean, she never saw this kink as being weird, but maybe now she's just realizing, like, oh, that is what I've been doing.
Okay, that's a different
weird.
sentence.
Right.
That's a
Yep.
different sentence then. Yeah, you're just coming to a realization that what you were doing was weird.
because before you were role playing the daughter, now you've met the daughter, who's
No,
older than
he's
you.
never met her, or she's never met her.
Not yet.
Or now you're aware of the
Aware,
daughter, I
yeah.
guess. So that
Yep.
sort of makes it a lot more weird. It goes from
Yeah.
the realm of just fun, weird play to like, oh, this is.
Do you
kind
think
of real now.
she's like nervous that the daughter's hotter than she is?
Okay. All right, we're gonna get off of this. This
So
is
that's
already
a good question, Danny.
So we're going to roll right into the episode now. This has got out of hand. Thank you for the question. God bless America. So today's episode, we're going to talk about plastic surgery.
The plastics.
The plastics.
The injections, the molding,
Yes.
the plugging, whatever
what was
they
that?
do.
What was that? You remember Botched, that TV show? It was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
Make
I've never
Me
actually
Hot.
seen it. But
Oh, dude, you've got to watch that.
It's pretty good.
yeah.
It is
pretty good.
really good.
I mean, it's reality TV, but you
Yeah.
know, there's some people that get fucked up.
Do they get fixed on that show?
Yes, that's
they
all
do.
they do.
That's
Okay.
all they do is fix bad plastic surgery.
Interesting. Okay.
They're like essentially known as like the world's best. Like one guy's like a body modify, like he does all the body work, and the other guy's all about faces and fixing like.
And like a lot of those people had their stuff done. They'll like go to Mexico,
Yep.
or they'll
Yeah.
go to like Turkey,
Yep.
and they just come back with some crazy.
I
shit.
got a story about that specifically.
All right.
But I saw one of the reasons that we brought this up is because I was at the grocery store. It's probably been a couple of months ago, and I saw like kind of in person one of those. I don't want to be rude. Please don't take anything that I'm saying as being rude. But she was like one of the cat people. Like her facial features started like her cheekbones.
They started popping out. Like,
Yeah, and then
really?
her lips
face
were
was
really-
like start protruding.
Yeah, like it was overly magnifying, and you could tell that she was probably older.
Like somebody stuck a giant vacuum cleaner to her face.
yeah, and they just popped it off, and it was like, there you go, get out there.
That'll be $10,000,
Done.
ma'am.
Yeah, and I was like, I looked to my wife at the time, and I was like, hey, like,
You guys got divorced?
no. My wife, yeah, I guess. I meant at the time that I saw her.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Not at the moment in our relationship.
Okay.
Weird way to break that on the
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah,
but
it was
okay.
my wife actually. And I was like, I don't see who. Like when you get that done, when you're done with that, who do you think you're going to be? Like what? Who looks at that and is like,
I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe she was up for like a big Meow Mix contract or something.
Oh man,
You know what I mean?
this one.
trying
We
to
might
be
not
like
be
a-
able to release this one. If it's going like this,
Oh, the cat people are going to be upset.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's better than the lizard people.
Well, I think a lot, once you start getting into these kinds of things, it gets more extreme with time, and you think that you're improving yourself, but you're actually not.
Yeah, like the Michael Jackson kind of theory.
Yeah, there's a such thing as overdoing it.
Yep.
And it's a very fine line with the plastic surgery because you can easily do too much.
Yeah, it's like every once in a while you slip in like a little like Scottish accent to like something you say, but once you start doing it all, like once that becomes your language, it's too much.
And they're like, "You're from Ontario. I don't know why you're doing this. We know you're not Scottish."
I'm sorry. Do you think that it's something that I guess this is a question that answers itself, but something you can be addicted to?
I think
absolutely.
so, definitely.
Because I think
People will find anything to be addicted to.
But I felt like that with that person specifically, I was like, that person has to be addicted to this because there's no way that you walk out and you're like, this is what
This
I
is
was
the
shooting
look.
for.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Cat
Like,
lady. That's what I wanted.
This is what they drew up in the room. And
Let me ask you, Doctor, have you ever seen the play Cats?
yes,
That's
That's
really
it, really.
the vibe I'm going for
yeah,
with this round
you know
of
what?
surgeries.
Let's not do the whiskers.
yeah. I'll be back.
Maybe
I'm gonna
next.
get on a little testosterone and grow those out myself.
Yeah, it blew my mind and it made me start thinking like, I mean, what about that? What you did where you're like, they're gonna like this.
Also,
whoever, girls, guys, whoever you're dating, whatever it is.
the doctor, how did he come out of that surgery and be like, clap, like wipe his hands off and be like, job done?
Another successful day.
That's a great question. But the only thing is that I wonder, like, once you're that far, you're not going to like the bro guy who is the guy.
No,
that,
you're
like,
going to the guy
because
in the
they
strip
said no.
mall.
You know what I mean? They're like, we're not
they're
doing
like,
that.
yeah.
So you're
I
going
can't
to
fix that.
Yeah, you're going to the guy that's like, well, I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
at some point, someone's going to
True.
do it. Why not me? Give me the money.
Right.
Like, if you want to look like,
Well, this is what they want.
Yeah,
I'm doing
did
what
it.
you wanted.
I did
Yeah.
it.
The top guys are probably like, we can't use your picture in our portfolio.
Exactly,
to
yeah.
sell, so
I'm scared you're
We're
going to
gonna
pop
respectfully-
without a scalpel.
respectfully decline.
You don't fit the brand.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So,
Which that always kills me too. Like you see the celebrities and stuff, and they'll be with these like heavily modified women, plastic surgery, and then like you're like, bro, your kids are still going to be ugly. They're going to look like what your wife looked
Right.
like $25,000 ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I looked at that. China has a problem right now with plastic surgery because so many people are getting it, and people are like, oh my God, that woman's gorgeous. But your kids,
Yeah.
you're passing down your genes, not your plastic surgery.
Yeah. She was obviously ugly.
Yeah, she fixed that.
Yeah.
And your kid now,
You got an ugly one.
you
Yep.
got that one's
Instead of paying for college, they're just saving up for their future plastic surgery.
Yeah. You've got to at least carry a picture out of what you used to look like. Like, hey, your kids could look like that.
I mean, it's sort of a form of catfishing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's like their state ID needs to have a picture on the front and the back.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
this is what I really am.
And
Yeah.
not so new.
Yeah, that would be bad.
I mean, but what if you didn't know? What if she, you met this beautiful one? Oh gosh,
I'm
she's
sure
gorgeous.
it happens.
And
yeah.
then you have a kid, and they're like just buck-toothed,
Like,
fucking big nose.
that ain't my
crazy looking.
kid. Like that, I didn't do that.
DNA test confirms that
You're
it
like-
is
you're
your
like,
kid.
what?
Yeah, yeah.
You start looking like, do I got buck teeth? That's not my
It's the
kid.
ultimate catfish.
It is. Yeah, it is. But it has to be pristinely done for you to not be able to kind of like. We'll get into that in a minute, but it's hard to not look at somebody that's had work done and be like, oh, they didn't.
Well, when you can tell they've had work done,
They
then
did
it's
too
like,
much.
It's,
That means you did
went
too
too
much.
far.
Yeah. And that's hard to tell you after it's too far, right? It's like,
Yeah.
I just wanted this done, and then I wanted that, and then it's like, all right, well, 3 ago you went over the board, so
Yeah.
you look like a Catwoman.
So
now.
I read something online that said, when celebrities are getting ready to do a procedure or whatever, change their face, they'll do something drastic, like they'll grow their hair way longer than it was.
So when they cut it,
So-
that's the weird thing.
Yeah,
that they've
so
seen?
they're
Oh.
able to kind of incorporate the new look.
a little magic, a little hidden ball
Exactly,
trick.
right,
like,
exactly.
oh.
Or they'll grow a big beard out, and then next
Yeah.
time you see them, they're clean shaven. Like, oh, that's weird. Okay, well, that must
Yep.
be him. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
sort of like the old.
We were watching a movie the other
Switcheroo.
day, and my wife was like, it was a Zac Efron movie, and she was like, he looks terrible. Like, he had
Yeah,
a
he
bunch
messed
of work
his face up.
done.
Yep.
And I, like, Googled it real quick, and I'm like, oh, he got in a car accident a couple years ago and, like, broke his jaw and, like, had to get it, like, fixed. And she was like, I feel terrible.
No,
And I'm
so
like,
he. But,
was that the real story? I don't
yeah,
know.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's saying that.
Right.
Because I'll tell you right now.
He definitely looked like his lips were a little plumper. And
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
like,
his
what's
whole
happening
jaw
here?
is
So
way
he
more
did
square.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
he did that wrestling movie. It was like some sort of wrestling movie, and everybody thought that it was like something that was done for the movie. And
Yeah.
he probably got bad plastic surgery, and then was like, "Hey, I need your help, buddy. We got to go get in a car accident."
Dude,
Yep.
here's what I don't understand, man. You're Zac Efron, okay?
Who is, let's be honest,
He was gorgeous.
a gorgeous man.
I'm not denying that. What? You don't need any surgery, bro.
Yeah.
You don't.
Maybe. Well, then maybe he really did get into a car accident. Like, I don't know.
I got maybe that. Oh, he was so nice looking. That bolsters
Because
his
he's
story.
he's still in his 30s. It's not like
Yeah,
he
See,
wasn't.
what Danny's
See,
saying
here's
is,
the difference: is like I feel like when men get plastic surgery, it's normally like just wrinkles or something like that that they're
Yeah.
like
Oh.
getting taken care of.
well, they're not
they're
getting
not really-
BBLs or something like that.
They're not.
Do they?
do you remember that dude that got boobs? He got a breast augmentation.
I'm sure there's a lot
Oh
of.
yeah, I'm sure that happens.
Yeah.
This was back in like the 90s because his friends bet him money.
Oh.
He was like on like Oprah Winfrey and Phil Donahue. Like it
Just
was a
walking
long time
around
ago.
Did
with
he
a
lose
rockin' set of
fantasy
tits.
football?
No,
Oh.
his friends bet him something like $100,000 or $1 million or whatever the value was.
Jesus Christ! I
He
need those
got-
friends.
He got. They were like, you know, they got
You
him.
got to wear them for a year or something, or what was the?
So there was a time frame. He still has them. He is on the Vegas Strip. I've met the dude.
Was he hot?
No,
He's like, you know what?
Was he still dressed as a man, or has
Yeah, he's a
he-
man.
he
He's a
didn't
man the whole time. He
transition?
never dressed like a
Okay.
woman.
How
Well,
big
I
are
don't know.
they?
They were big D's.
Did they look good?
These?
Huh?
Did they look good?
I don't.
Did you touch them?
Like,
no.
like
That's not how that works.
cover his face with your hand.
No.
And
He
you
still
just
was a
see the
man.
flaws.
So
Sorry, a
he's
little
still
hairy.
hairy.
Yeah,
He's still a man. He's just.
What if he was wearing a sweatshirt?
What does that even change?
Now, let me
anything?
ask you about this man, because you know when he's doing his man thing by himself, is he grabbing his own titty?
Okay.
Was there any feeling there?
Oh.
Well, he would
Okay.
be feeling it and
That's
feeling
true.
it.
Oh, maybe that would be a good thing. If he couldn't feel it, then it feels like he's actually feeling a titty.
Yep, it's a stranger, dude. That's it. I'm getting titty implants. Okay,
I'll give you $100.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I'm getting them anyway. I don't care. This is your loss.
Thanks for your donation.
But yeah, he was like he went on to like multiple like talk shows back in the 90s or something. Maybe
He
like
probably figured out he could make money off of this, like even more.
so he
he's
looked
like, you
strung
know,
out. Like he looked like he stands on like he used to stand on. This is before
Spending
COVID.
all
the
his
last time I
money
saw
on
him.
bras, he can't afford a place to live.
But yeah,
anymore.
he would stand out on the strip in Vegas and
Did
collect
he have
money
his
and-
titties out?
No.
Oh.
So he
No shirt. I mean, he can do that. He's a dude, right?
It's true.
so the weird thing is that
It's
back
probably
then, not in Vegas, not
It
often,
gets cold in Vegas.
but
At nighttime.
at the time it was so like what? Now it's probably not that unique. There's a lot of men that are
well, definitely not in Vegas. That's like
yeah, that's
you're not even double taking
like,
that.
yeah.
Hey, you're the third 45-year-old man with tits I've seen in the last 10 minutes.
and yours aren't even good.
And, you know, I tipped the last one, okay? So
So yeah, but
the other one shaved herself. So, or
when you
himself.
said like male celebrities, Mickey Rourke. Have you seen Mickey Rourke?
That dude. Well, he's also like, did his face get collapsed from boxing? Like, what happened?
Yeah,
to him?
so that's exactly what happened. So he was like a heartthrob back in like the 80s or something, and was in a bunch of movies, and was like he kind of started to slide off, kind of like started to, his like role started to fall. He boxed back before that, and then was like started to become a heartthrob, and his role started to like decline. So he got back into boxing. And like his face was just repetitive. Like he broke his jaw. Like
Jesus.
he broke his nose, broke his jaw, collapsed his cheek, multiple different
You know,
times.
maybe a
Yeah.
person like that could use a little plastic surgery after
Yes,
you
but
crushed
he
all
got
the
a lot.
bones in
It
your
looks
face.
like his face is still swollen from getting punched. He looks bad.
now it does. Now
Yeah.
it does. So what he said is that he got like a bunch of them quick because he'd have to like get his cheek fixed so that he could go be in this movie. So he'd get
yeah.
it fixed, like a quick fix, and he was like, it wasn't the best guy. and it wasn't the best healing. So at the end, it'd be jacked up, and then he would be like, "Well, I got to go get it fixed again because it was jacked up." But I had to get this movie done. Like they showed video or pictures of him, and like there's certain movies.
Progression.
There's certain movies where he's still young, like good looking dude, but his cheekbones are like swollen still from the surgery. And
Jesus, you think the studio would be like, "No, you can't come in here looking all."
This is not who we hired.
Yeah.
Well, now they like just get a different dude, but back
Somebody
then
just CGI a different face on your body or some
they
shit.
just young up your face. But he had like 5 surgeries alone just on his nose because of how many times it had been broken.
Yeah.
And then
at that point, just give me a nose implant. I don't know.
He got
just
older.
wear. Who's the rapper who would just wear the glasses with the big nose attached?
Humpty Hump.
Yeah, Humpty Hump.
No, it was that's not his name. That's the song that he sung. But yeah, and then he just came out like a couple like probably 10 years ago, not 10 years ago, probably 5 years ago. He came he got a really good plastic surgery and came out and was like, "I'm back, just 2 more surgeries to go." And I guess came out after that. He's like, "Yeah, he jacked me up, and now he looks he looks."
You know what? I'm going to quit heroin, okay? 2 more days. After this weekend,
Yeah.
I'm done. All right? No
I got
more.
a big weekend. I already
No
bought it all.
more.
What am I
Yeah.
supposed to do?
Speaking of heroin, like Amanda Bynes, she went on that same
Oh,
journey. Like, what happened to
Jesus.
her?
Yeah, that's a sad story, bro.
Dude, so was
I had the
heroin
biggest
the-
crush on her.
I don't know.
when I was
I
younger.
know she was like, she was like our same age, I think.
Yeah.
So we were like in high school, or whatever. And it's like
You had
yeah,
a crush on her when she was the dude.
Yeah. Not the dude.
Say he isn't so.
Who's the man?
Well,
Who's
so
the
did
man?
She's the man.
She's the man.
So did Channing Tatum in that movie. So, yeah, I'm in good company.
Dude, that was
All
your
right?
favorite movie. That was John's favorite movie.
I wore that VHS out, baby.
I get to watch Channing Tatum and pretending I'm staring at Amanda Bynes this whole time.
And Amanda Bynes is a boy?
And they're both dudes. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she took a...
She took a nosedive.
She's got like
really
tattooed.
well, she's got
Yeah, her
eyebrows.
like
So,
eyebrows are tattooed onto her face.
onto
She's
her
got a
forehead.
no
They're not
problem.
even
Yeah.
on her like
Right, yeah.
face. They're on her forehead. She's...
It's like it was dark when it happened.
You
They're
know,
like,
it's
I
got to
think
be
this is-
tough to be a child star, I think.
Yeah,
I think it really
think-
fucks everything up for the
Yeah,
next
I don't know
10
exactly what
years.
happened to her, but it had to be like drugs or something like that. And then
Yeah.
she
sure.
went down a dark path.
Well, you know, when your whole family's reliant on you monetarily and you have to provide, you know what I mean?
And you're young.
Yeah.
And you're impressionable.
And you're
and,
famous. And,
yeah,
you know.
and like you have the world at your fingertips. It'd be tough for a person at 40 to become famous and then just be like, "Well, I'm just a normal."
I mean, I
dude."
think I'd be okay. You know what I mean?
Well, let's try it out. That's what I always say.
Yeah,
Like,
we you know
make
what?
me
Let's get
famous, and I'll let you
And
know.
we'll see what happens. Yeah.
If I'm on heroin in 2 years, I'll be like,
You win.
Yeah, you guys won.
2 other people that overdid it, and this wasn't surgery. This is just like the fillers, but like Courtney Cox and Simon Cowell.
Courtney Cox is like bad.
She looks so weird, dude. For
No.
like
She was so
long
hot,
time.
too.
She was just
super
like
hot.
cute. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
She was like, she was like hot cute, like where
Yes.
you're cute hot.
She's that girl next door hot.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Like,
Approachable.
I could see that person being in,
Real life.
real life.
Right,
Yeah.
but she's probably way prettier than anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody
Oh,
we
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Why
She
she
brought herself
she
down.
Mickey Rourke herself?
Yeah.
Is it called? We're gonna call it. A
Like,
Rourke?
it's not that
Rourke?
bad. It's not that bad, but it's just like.
Yeah, no, she looks
Like-
better now. I guess so. She, from what I read, she was doing fillers for like years and years and years, and then woke up one day like,
Oh,
I don't look the same.
yeah. That's
I
not
guess
me.
you can dissolve those things out of your face. I don't. I
Yeah,
guess
so
they put a
I've-
different chemical in
Yeah, I've
to
got.
drain
like
the
an
old
acid?
chemicals.
I've got. So certain. It depends on the ones you get.
Just
Certain
a port on your chin and it just drains out.
certain ones of them like will start to wear down over time. But they also said like some of it'll wear down, but it'll just kind of like shift. That's like some people like look like they have nodules. Like, have you ever seen like what like their skin kind of looks lumpy-ish?
Yeah.
Like, and those are like injection spots where the point where they put it in, it filled, and it did fill around it, but the other stuff is starting to wear away. But where it was condensed at the most, it's not wearing away as fast. And
I feel like those fillers, they make your face look like heavy.
Yeah.
Like everything's
Yeah.
being pulled down. Like everything's tight and full.
It's very
but
tight. It's too tight.
It's almost like you're wearing a mask of yourself.
Yep.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're recognizable, but it's like, oh.
And then other ones
were they in a
don't.
car wreck? You know, yeah.
Other ones don't. That you can like get them dissolved or removed. One of the people that I have on here is what's her name? Kylie Jenner.
Kylie.
So if you look at her childhood pictures and you look at her now, she's had.
Which one is Kylie? Is that the youngest
She's the
one?
the youngest one.
Okay. Yeah, who looks nothing how she used to look.
Yeah, like her whole body, her entire like the build of her body, the way that she's. Like,
I mean, yeah. Back to my previous point, she had the kids with the rapper or whatever,
she
right?
did.
Yeah, and they're gonna end up looking just like her ugly ass looked when she was 14 before she, spent the hundreds.
One of the things is that they said that she was starting to get stuff done, which wasn't major surgeries or anything, but she was getting certain things done really early in her life. So they don't even really wholeheartedly know what she would have looked like matured, right?
Yeah.
To say like, oh, you matured, and
it's almost like when like kids go missing, and then there's like an artist drawing of like what they look like now.
It's like, how do you know that?
Just a guess.
Yeah,
we're just guessing here.
Well, we got our top scientists on it.
Well, she lived in the South. She'll have this real slick back hair.
Yeah, give her a tan too, because it's sunny out.
Yeah,
you know what
today.
I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, so she had a bunch of work done.
But I wonder too, for her, like someone that started so young, when she's like 40 now, is she just gonna be like fucked up?
Totally
like
fucked.
she can't even leave the house. You know what I mean?
So and this is one of those Kardashian
Like her face
scenarios
just slides off one
where
day and
they're saying that like she's starting to get surgeries to reverse. Like, so she got her lips plumped, and then they said somewhere in something I read that she's now going back and getting it removed.
The problem is there is no reference point to when to stop that. What if they go too far? Like you have no idea when.
Like my lips are gone.
Yeah.
Like there is no picture of like what she looked like before surgery.
Right.
Now, like at this age.
Or you can't ever get back there. It's not like you can just go back like, no, I messed up. Put me back to the way I was.
Put me back to original.
Right. It's like, no, you're already.
Well, you'll still be altered.
Yeah, you're already done. Like they said that she like she had her nose like turned up and like all that like a bunch of stuff.
Turned up her nose.
Turned
of
down
the
for
thing-
what?
Turned up her nose?
Yeah.
Like
She's richer than you.
Elf or something? What do you mean turn it
I
up?
don't know. They take the
They
ball.
lift the tip
Well,
up?
if she had like a little hook on her
The ball
nose,
on the end
she didn't
of
want
her
that hook
nose.
anymore. She wanted
Gotcha.
to,
they pin it up a little bit so that you're not.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, but
now you know.
Now I know.
It's an option, John.
You know who else got fucked up? Fucking Sammy Sosa, bro. Have you seen him lately?
dude, well, so doesn't he also have a skin disease where he's like
So-
Michael Jackson?
I didn't read that. I thoroughly searched
I think
this.
I remember hearing
Wait a
that.
minute. Hold on. You thoroughly searched this and didn't see that?
I never saw anything about a skin disease he had.
No.
I read interviews that he did where he said he uses a cream to soften his skin. Maybe that's an illusion.
Soften the shade of it?
Yeah, but it has bleach.
that
in
Michael
it.
Jackson. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on.
So here's what Sammy Sosa looks like. You know in a cartoon when someone dies and then their ghost comes out of them?
Yeah.
It looks like the ghost of Sammy Sosa is
Yes.
about to haunt your nightmares, dude.
He
I'm
looks
looking at this
so
right
he
now.
looks like when you see an open casket of a younger person and their skin is just all like it looks dead.
Does it have to be a younger person?
Well, he's kind of
skin.
he's not the age of like a person you'd see in a casket is what I'm saying. Like I don't know. I don't see
That's true. So he said
my God.
he said the bleaching was an unintended consequence of using the cream to soften his skin, but he still uses. I don't. It's
Yeah,
almost
I'm
like
not
he
sure
only
he-
believes in this one cream.
Right. I'm not sure he actually had surgery because like
No, he did not have surgery. This is just
Yeah.
from a cream. It's sort of tangential.
but it makes him look like a fake person.
He looks ridiculous.
That
man.
is not a real picture you're showing us right
It's
now.
a real
He does.
picture.
That's AI did that
Listen,
shit.
Nick found a
Dude.
cowboy photo of Sammy Sosa. I encourage
but
you
it's
guys to
also
Google it.
he's in like a prom pose with some girl.
Dude, it's their whole album of this group
Okay,
of people
all right, maybe
at
it
a
is.
party.
Yeah. Maybe
You
it's
know,
real.
it looks like they're at the Barbie premiere or
Maybe
something.
it's
He's like
real.
Cowboy Ken.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Oh man, Sam. The thing is that he uses this thing to cream it, lighten it. What? It's his hands. It's everything.
Oh, he's slathering in it, dude.
his neck looks like he's a little darker there.
I would assume that's something similar to what like Michael Jackson used to get
Yeah.
as light of a hue as he was rocking.
How bad do you think that hurts to put on your skin?
If it's
I
like
doubt if it hurts. It's probably super.
If it's changing
Absorbent.
the color of your skin,
Yeah, but it's probably very mild. But you're doing it every day.
that's when he got into the MLB.
You're doing
So
it every
I'm looking
day.
at a picture of him when he first entered the MLB versus where he looks like now, and it is I'd
night and day
say-
difference.
Okay,
That's true. That's true. That's the best way to put it. That's the best way to put it.
I don't agree, but
Before you couldn't
agree.
find him in the dark. Now he glows in the dark.
So
That's
you
'cause
know,
he's
like
using
real, like,
radioactive cream.
you know, like real, like light skin, like Cubans, like that's like the shade of his skin. It's like almost like a white person, but a different shade.
Certain cultures don't like a lot of Ethiopians do that. Like they buy like the bleaching cream because it's like cooler to be a lighter shade of brown.
No, I know like geisha women that like.
Well, that's makeup.
Powder, yeah,
that's makeup.
Yeah.
But,
oh man, yeah. So you guys should listeners, definitely Google Sammy Sosa and just the differences.
But don't say Sammy Sosa 3 times in a mirror in the dark. He will appear. And you won't like it. You will not like it. That's all I'm saying.
He's hard to get rid of. He's. I'm going to say this right now. He looks happy in every one of these pictures.
He does.
He looks like he's having a good time in everything that I'm seeing about him. I'll be honest with you. He had a great career. He is married to his wife that he's been married to since 1992. What?
You just filling time here. What are we doing?
No, I'm just reading stuff. I'm reading stats. Sorry. You know who else I was going to bring up? Madonna. Have you seen
I have
Madonna
not seen her lately. I don't think so.
Oh my goodness. So I'm going to give everybody that's listening a little chance to go ahead and Google Madonna before and after. Also, Madonna is very old.
Yes. I do remember what she looks like now.
Yes. So
all right. So when in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 or 3 when he the main dude goes out in outer space without his suit on, and his face like expands really big. That's exactly what she looks like. Like she's about to explode.
Yeah, like she like kind of like John said, where she like their face kind of swells up, like it gets tighter. So Madonna is believed to have had a light facelift in 1998.
Okay, I thought you were gonna. Okay. Tell us about the heavy lifts that she had done.
Yeah, another one, which is a cheek and eyelid revision in 2005. She got a chin implant and fillers. In 2006, she got the fillers removed. Then in 2012, she got them put back in.
Jesus, dude.
God damn.
16, 17, she got touch-up fillers. 2020, she got a total rearrangement of her face.
How do you now when you go to the doctor and you're like, hey, I need you to fix my face? They're like, Madonna, I've got you. We're gonna do a total rearrangement.
Yeah.
Also, I have a question.
Was it Trump that did the surgery? I've got you. We're gonna totally rearrange your face. It's gonna be huge.
I don't know who came up with that term. Why would you call it total rearrangement?
I don't know. Her ear's gonna be in her forehead or
That's
something.
not what they said.
Okay. That's what you said.
It was explained as they did this, and then they and I was like, and then he was like, they really just rearranged it, and I was like, okay, they rearranged her face.
Yeah. Man, it's hard because Madonna. So, like when she was coming up, she was like the sex symbol in the world, right?
In the 80s.
Yeah, she's the hottest thing around for I don't know 5-10 years, probably whatever. And then like to lose that, it's got to be super hard.
Yeah, maybe that's what she was always trying to regain that.
Right, but you can't get it back.
But if you look, there's like these. Not sites, but these things you can Google where you can see them like over the years. She was gorgeous, still into her 40s.
Yeah.
She's 66 now, and they said that she just showed up at or the VMAs or
and they would let her in because they didn't know who she was.
Probably not.
A cat lady out here, guys.
And showed up on stage, and people were like, "That's Madonna!" Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, she's getting attention for the wrong reason now.
Yeah.
Like, oh God,
well, she's always gotten attention for the wrong reason, but not that you've taken some drastic measures.
Yeah. So this happened a long time ago, like almost 20 years ago. But y'all remember Carrot Top?
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Remember his transformation that he went through?
His workout one?
Well, yes. He
did
got
get
swole.
jacked. Yeah.
He got swole.
Jacked.
But look at this picture. What happened with them eyebrows?
He lost his
These eyebrows are literally at. Yeah. He looks like a jack-o'-lantern. They're drawn at like a 45-degree angle.
Yeah.
Joker-esque.
He wasn't very like attractive to
No,
start.
he was not.
So
I'm not sure he hurt his image.
If an ugly person got did the doctors ever tell him like we can't help you? Like you're just too far gone. There's nothing I can do for you.
Like we can make you look funny.
Going for it.
Yeah, Carrot Top was like,
I think
career.
Carrot Top's one of those people that probably has like a addiction. Like so like when he did that workout thing, he was like
he just went all
balls in.
Like hyper workout to the point where he got to a point where he was like, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore because I can't do anything else, and just stopped working out. Like he was like He Forrest Gumped it. Like, he just was like, I'm going to go home now. Like, he's just done. And it's not bad to have that type of mentality, but I think that at that time he was probably like, oh, I can look this way and do that and fix it. And it was just like, no.
Yeah, and maybe it's healthier to do that than to do drugs or gambling or whatever.
Maybe, unless you die on the table.
I do think he gambles too, though.
Well, does he live in Las Vegas? Then he's got basically a residency there. Yeah. What do you guys think a facelift costs? Best guess.
I don't.
USA.
I mean, a facelift is one thing. It's like you get a lot of things done. It probably varies, doesn't it?
You can get a middle face, an upper face. You can get a pull, or they call it a tug.
A tug, yeah.
Dag, Nick, he did way more research than I did.
No, this is from watching Nip Tuck and Botched.
Oh, shit. Well.
So,
I got
John,
8K, so I don't know. I don't know about the categories. I got 8K in the U.S. Guess how much in Mexico?
$3,000.
Half off, $4,000.
Okay.
Which, you know what? Wow. I do know some people that have went to Mexico and got like the stomach bariatric, wherever they make your stomach smaller or whatever. It worked for them.
You know people that did this?
Is that plastic surgery?
That's not plastic surgery, but the reason they went to Mexico is because the surgery was literally.
What is bariatric surgery?
They were overweight. They went and got their stomach.
Is that where they put the ring around
smaller? Yeah, they either do that or they take out a piece of your stomach and just sew it all up. Yeah.
So I heard there's a new one of those where they put they fish down your throat and they blow a balloon up in your stomach.
Yeah.
Make you bigger?
No, just to take
fills
your
your
space.
stomach.
Oh, and it stays in there.
And then they take that out. They leave the ball in there. They leave the balloon in there. They take the tube out.
Yeah.
And then you walk around for 9 months or 8
feeling
months.
Full all the
feeling
time.
full all the time. And then they go back in, they pop and pull out the balloon.
And then your stomach is
God, and then you're like, I'm hungry again.
Oh, instantly hungry.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like, that seems...
So you just walk around feeling like you just ate a roll all the time.
I just think
and you can't pass it. It's just there.
Yeah, it sounds terrible.
I just think that it's supposed to make you feel fuller faster.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
So you don't notice it when you're not eating.
Know.
But then it also doesn't help shrink your stomach. Your stomach doesn't shrink because you're
no, but there's less
food.
volume in there.
But then once they take it out,
yeah, that's true.
You go back to normal. Like your stomach is the same size, so you're still hungry.
I don't know. But I would say that I would rather not lose part of my stomach if I could keep.
Yeah,
oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. And then if that's got to be cheaper.
Yeah,
just do it again. If you're like, oh man,
I'll
I'm getting
do it to you right now.
Yeah.
Let's call $500.
You know what?
So what's Ozempic? Ozempic. What is that? That's a pill, right?
That's a medicine you take that basically limits your appetite.
It just suppresses your appetite.
Yeah. And you can take it depending on your dosage, like depending on your weight. You can take different values.
So it's the opposite of weed.
Yeah. It was originally.
Yeah, they actually don't want you to smoke weed if you're on medications, I think.
They probably want you to drink.
I don't think many of them want you to do it at all, but whether you're on medications or not.
That's true. Don't tell my doctor.
I'm on Ozempic and marijuana. THC and Ozempic.
I'm hungry and not hungry at the same time.
I just feel normal.
Yeah. It balances out.
But apparently, like for a while, like Ozempic, or was it Ozempic, or was it, what's the other one?
I don't. Trulicity?
No, there was another one before. It might have been Ozempic. It is Ozempic.
Isn't Trulicity like a DNA test?
No,
it's like Ozempic.
Okay.
There's also one called like Roe. There's a bunch of them, but you used to be able to get it, and like a friend of ours who we tried to get on the show, Steph, her friends were getting it, like buying it and dosing themselves, and apparently one of her friends dosed himself like too much and was like sick for like 4 days.
It was a Ozempic.
Like he instead of taking 5 milliliters or whatever milligrams, he took like 25 because he couldn't read how to do it, and was like almost hospitalized and like.
So that what you're saying is they should give a reading test to everyone that's getting.
I don't know the full story. This is a condensed story, boys. I'm giving you. She's gonna call me tomorrow. Like, why the?
That was
fuck?
all wrong.
Yeah. But. So $8,000 for
a facelift, and basically the way it works, they take an incision, start at your temples, go past your earlobes, underneath your ears, down into your jawline, pull that back, stretch it, connect it all back, and then cut off the excess skin, and that's how they make your face
tighter.
It's almost like a face pulling, more than a face lift. I guess lift and pull, but. I think that's why like people get it done so often, and they sort of get like the clown lips.
Yeah, it keeps,
you know what I mean?
It just keeps getting wider and wider and wider.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
Because you're still pulling from the middle.
Yeah.
Which doesn't
eventually
change.
they got to get everything taken out from the middle, and you bring it all back to the center.
That might be better option. Then you just got a scar down the whole face.
We gotta trademark this. We gotta patent this.
Who cares about
sell
that?
it.
Who cares about that? Makeup will fix that.
Yeah. Don't worry about that. Just got a giant scar running down the center of your face.
I don't think I would.
Do I look good? Yeah. Tell me I look good.
Oh, is this my good hair?
All pictures are from the side.
You only do silhouettes from now on. That's it.
That's wild. Dude, I couldn't go in and lay down and be like,
stretch me.
Stretch it out.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
And then, you're always sort of half smiling.
Yeah.
Because your face is so
I just can't
taut.
imagine how that feels. Like, that, just like that, if you just even put your hands on your face, just enough to tug.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nick, you look way better. You need to get a face up. Yeah, you look 10 years younger.
It was surprising.
I was shocked.
Is that Alec
grow
Baldwin?
your hair
Is
out
that a
and
young
then do
Alec
it.
Baldwin over there?
Or an old Mickey Rourke. So how much do you guys think lipo is?
$10,000.
So, like Danny said,
yeah, the flavors and varieties really.
It also probably depends on how big you are,
or where how much you're
out.
getting done. If you did a full knee to nipple scenario, I'm sure it'd be a lot of money.
Yeah.
But if so, Danny, you have a guess? You want to give a guess?
7,000.
That's pretty good. So if you do an upper and lower abdomen lipo, it's like $7,500 to $9,000. If you just do a lower, which is your stomach and your love handles, it's $5,000.
What do you think that cost in Mexico?
I bet it's
$2,500 to $5,000.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Half. It's usually
right
about
on the nose, Nick.
Yeah.
You'd have thought I researched this, huh?
So them and Turkey go pretty much hand in hand on
and
the prices.
Yeah, half offsies because Turkey's $2 to $4.
And Thailand is more expensive.
Thailand is more expensive.
Yeah.
Thailand does a lot of them.
Do they?
Thailand and China and all that.
They do. Small country.
They do a lot of plastic surgery. A lot.
Yeah.
It's their major industry.
Loosey-goosey laws over there.
So there is another place that's here in Cincinnati called, you've probably heard it on the radio, called Sonobello.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, they do the cold treatments.
Cryo, yeah. Cryo's
Did somebody die from that?
I don't know that.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
They don't call it liposuction, but I did hear on the radio 3 or 4 days ago, they did say the word liposuction. Previously, they just said fat removal.
I thought they froze the fat cells.
So that's one of the treatments.
Okay.
They also have laser liposuction now, which I don't know how invasive this
laser
is.
liposuction.
I do not know how invasive it is, and I don't know how much area this covers, but it's $1,500 to $4,000 to get this liposuction that they
laser
offer.
Liposuction. That sounds interesting.
So
don't know what it means.
just because they're removing a bunch of shit, it's got to look good. It's got to it's got to all be even out and look.
Well, that's my question with the liposuction. I mean, I assume they remove some skin too, right?
No.
With the liposuction, they just take fat only.
That's probably a separate surgery, yeah.
So then you
probably
got
to heal from that first, and then
skin.
It depends on how big you are.
Or maybe they're not taking that much.
I don't know. It depends on one. It depends on how big you are. It depends on how small you're going. And yes, there might have to be. They call it something. It's a tummy tuck. So you have liposuction and then you have a tummy tuck because now your skin's fat. They have to do the same thing they do your face. Your skin's loose.
Yeah, there you go.
And they have to do all that, which is apparently, similar. But that's just so wild to me to get that all.
BBLs.
Does everybody know what a BBL is? And I think that I'm going to
Big, beautiful, luscious ass. Isn't that what it stands for?
BBLA? Baby LA.
No, Brazilian butt lift is what it stands for.
Oh, okay. Tell me about it.
What do you think it costs?
Costs? Oh,
Costs.
Gosh. In the United States?
In the United States.
all these seem to be cost the same amount. I'm gonna say $8,000.
I'm going to say $6,000.
Yeah, Danny's right on the nose.
Oh, look at that!
It's weird how all these plastic surgeries are the same amount.
Thailand's 4K. Yeah, it's almost like the minimum charge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, BBL, I don't know if you guys know this, is the most dangerous plastic surgery you can get, by far. The death rate in facelift or a boob job, stuff like that, is 1 in 7,000 people. The BBL death rate is 1 in 2,500, so it's over double as
Why?
dangerous.
There's like no organs around.
I'm about to tell you why,
All right.
bro. All right, so here's what they do. They go in, they're going to do the liposuction.
They do that.
Which,
hold on. I'm just going to say this. It's $8,000 for his thing, and it was $5,000 for mine.
Yeah.
So it's $3,000 for the other
just
side.
the other side of the.
Yeah. So basically, they do liposuction. They remove fat from your thighs, stomach, wherever else. And then it says they purify it. I don't know what that means, how they purify
They
it.
whip it.
Oh, make it a little frothy.
They heat it up. It's called tallow.
Make some fries. I like that. Then they inject it back into your ass. So they take a huge needle.
Maybe here's the problem. Leave it the way it was supposed to be in your body. It was already... Your body already liked it be in there. It was normal.
No, that's not why.
Don't clarify the butter.
So here's why you die. Here's why you die.
Okay.
They call it a blind plastic surgery, which means they're taking your fat, re-injecting it back into your ass with a big needle, but they're not doing any kind of like guidance. So if they go too deep into your butt, there's like a bunch of large blood vessels and veins and stuff like that.
Yeah, your carotid artery or the one that goes down like your femur and stuff.
Well, that's your
right
femoral,
there.
right? But that wouldn't be in your butt.
But it all goes up to your spine, right? Like up there
on the front side.
Oh, okay.
Either way, there's vessels there. So what happens is when they're injecting all this, if they miss or go too deep, they either hit an artery or a vein. Now you have a big piece of fat floating around in there. And it goes up to your heart, and your heart stops working, or it goes into your lung, and you get a pulmonary embolism, or you get a stroke.
They said that there's like a membrane, and if they go below the membrane, like it's like some dermal layer, if they go below that, even if they don't penetrate like the meat of your, even if they get it under there, it just skyrockets the chance that you have the potential of death. Like,
oh God, have you ever seen those there's TikTok videos and stuff of like women recovering from the BBLs, and they can like barely walk.
Yeah.
They're like shaking the whole time. They got like people around them carrying them around and shit. It looks awful, to be quite honest with you. And it doesn't look good either.
So,
9 times out of 10, it does not look good.
It is so unbelievable.
Who has a BBL? Because they say that Kylie Jenner has a BBL. Does not look bad.
Do you think Kim Kardashian?
I guess
so.
Okay, so maybe I'm looking at people that overdid it.
She apparently,
and there's a difference between that and a butt implant, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So Nicki Minaj has butt implants.
Okay.
I believe Iggy Azalea has a butt implant.
What about
which
about
would
Drake?
be a silicone bag?
Yeah.
No,
like breast
no.
implants.
It's actually, I think it's harder. I think it's I don't think it's a bag. I don't think it's like a breast implant. I think it's like harder.
Oh, like a hard plastic,
but
something in there.
It's stiffer. It's not as like.
Because you're sitting on it, you don't want it to pop.
That makes sense.
I believe,
and you're getting blasted from behind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
why does that always have to take the next step? It's just do.
I'm pretty hard on those titty implants too, bro.
Okay.
That guy Nick was talking about, I gave him I squeezed him.
Do you think Drake had a BBL?
What?
There's a song out called BBL Drizzy.
By Drake?
By him?
No.
He said, I got this.
It went on with this Kendrick beef.
Well, then no. If somebody else is talking about him saying he got it, then I would say no.
Right.
Why would Drake get a
Do
BBL?
you?
Do I have a BBL? No, I do not.
No.
Have you seen Drake's ass?
I haven't.
Then why are we doing this?
There was a song about it.
Are you going to Google it?
I'm going to Google it.
Oh, God. You're on your history's got to be whacked out.
Does Drake have a BBL? This is on Reddit. It's got to be true.
Oh, yeah. Watch out all the porn.
Can we prove he does or doesn't?
So that was
he got his abs done for sure. I don't know about the booty. Is the first one.
That's one of the things that's like all of these things that I looked up. It was like a plastic surgeon saying like, you can see here where I think she did. Like I'm not her doctor, so I don't know that she did this or he did this. But it looks like you can see the pinching and the pulling of the whatever, and it's like nobody really knows.
But I think if you get plastic surgery, that's what you want. You want plausible deniability. You want somebody to say like it doesn't look like they look better, but I don't know what
exactly
happened.
what you want. A good plastic surgery.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You don't want people to be confused about how good you look.
You don't want
and you're just like, nah, I've been paleo, I've been hitting the gym. You know what I mean?
I grew my hair out, and then once I shaved it was. But you don't want to be the people on the front end of this conversation where it's like, God.
Yeah,
what the fuck? Yeah.
Like, wow, you were really ugly.
Yeah.
You're decent now.
you're
Actually,
lumpy.
no, that's a win. That's what they're going for.
You're lumpy, but
that's true.
The ugly ones are okay with the knowledge that there was a transformation.
Blast that ass and break that implant. You know what I'm saying?
Let me break that in.
Plant. Do you have anything else on that?
No, that's all I had on that. Unless Danny has one, I don't know.
What do I got here? Nose job. How much do you think a nose job costs?
Rhinoplasty is
I
what
say
they call it.
$5K again.
I'm gonna go
5K
under that.
right.
I'm gonna go 3,500.
So I did research on Reddit for this on prices because I tried to go back on how much they were.
Why would you pick Reddit?
Well, because people were saying how much they paid.
Oh, I see. You're getting real world.
Yes,
okay.
and it was
You're in a
like,
different
how
form
much did
line
you
than I
pay
was.
for your nose job or rhinoplasty? And there was like back in 2000 I paid $4,000 from
so
this.
it's more than that now.
Yes, 2010 $10,000.
Woo!
$20,000 was like the max that I saw for people paying for nose jobs.
So I wonder if
now.
that's because it's a harder surgery.
But a lot of them were like $15,000.
Okay.
that people were paying.
I mean, it is your nose right in the middle of your face.
It's like a
Yeah,
reconstructive.
you can't fuck that up.
It's a
$1,000?
reconstructive surgery too. So yeah.
$15,000.
Yes.
You can get your face cut off and stretched back onto your face for freaking. What did you say?
But that
$8?
is just
Yeah.
like superficial, like surface
Yeah,
level.
they've gotta take this
Oh,
whole
dude,
thing off
have
and
you
rebuild
seen
it.
what they do? It is nasty.
Is
Who
it?
is that? Who is that? The Artie
ta-
Lang. Have you ever seen
The
where
chisel,
where
the
they're
ding,
pounding- Yeah.
ding.
Oh
ding.
no!
Oh, it's jacked up, bro. Jacked up.
Have you seen? You remember Artie Lang from the Howard Stern show?
Yeah.
Have you seen him recently?
No.
His whole nose is at least like last year, is like collapsed down.
Oh really?
He did too much cocaine.
Oh yeah. Well, so that wasn't a nose job problem. That
That's
was a
not a
cocaine
deviated
problem.
septum.
Yeah.
That's-
Well, he could use a nose job.
he got a
Can
dissolve.
you just replace this with cocaine?
Slow release. Slow release cocaine.
Two cocaine straws.
Yeah, make it plastic so that when I do cocaine, it doesn't deteriorate
Exactly.
He's got a
and it gets a nice seal.
disintegrated septum instead
Yeah,
of
that's
deviated.
wild, dude. $15,000. Can you
Yeah,
imagine
that's
hating
crazy.
your nose that much?
15,000.
Where
So-
you're willing to drop $15K?
You guys know the comedian Eliza Schlesinger?
Yes. Yep.
mildly.
She had one done.
She's a blonde.
Blonde,
Yeah.
yeah. Really good looking girl. She
Uh-huh.
actually had a baby, got married and stuff recently, but hers, she got one done. I mean, I didn't, like, when you look at her, you don't know that. I didn't see her before that to know what she looked like
Right.
before. But
She
like,
blew up after she got hot from
Yeah.
the nose job.
I mean, maybe
Well,
she
I don't
just had
know.
like a bump or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
that she
yeah.
wanted to,
I don't
get,
know what
like,
she got down.
smooth out.
But like, if you have a bump or something, they file that. That's, I mean, they're like,
well, they
cartilage.
gotta, they gotta move it. You know what I mean? What is it called? Roman nose? What do they call that? The bump?
Oh, maybe.
Isn't
I don't
there a
know.
saying? I thought there was a
I
saying.
thought
That was like a
it
Neanderthal
J.
thing.
I thought
Ah.
it was a J word.
I'm not
Isn't
touching that. Moving on.
I mean, seriously though, I thought that's what they.
yeah, I think that's just shorthand for large nose.
Oh, I did not legitimately did not know that.
All right.
Yeah, that jiggle nose. Is that what you're talking about? Jiggle nose.
Sorry. And moving on, Danny, do you have anything else to talk about?
Breast implant. How much do you think those cost?
That's got to be pretty reasonable. I feel like that happens a lot.
They actually were pretty reasonable. I was very
I've
surprised.
been trying to sell Amber on it. She won't listen. to
$7
it.
grand.
It's around like people can on Reddit. People were getting them still for like $6,000 to like $7,000, but like other people were paying like $14,000.
Yeah,
I think
probably
it depends on
what
like
you
what
want.
part of the country you're in and what
Right.
you want.
But a lot of those are pretty much like drive through. They do those shit all the time. It's like in out, in
Dude,
out. in
so
out.
one of these Reddits I was reading, and she literally went through. She was like, "Well, in 2012, I got this many CCs, and then I went back and moved from silicone or from whatever to this, and then I went up to 900 CCs." And all these people are like, I was wondering what kind of person was going through this, and then I read your handle or whatever, and it was like porn star Patty 423.
I don't
Okay, that makes sense.
understand like the women with the giant,
yeah.
like bulbous.
Yeah,
It's like an orb on the
Yeah.
front of their body. It's
Like,
so
it just,
weird.
I don't. I mean, people are into it. I don't
like
get
two
it.
dodgeballs.
I don't.
Yeah, it's like two beach balls.
I just always wonder who is like the same thing at the beginning of the conversation with the woman that kind of had the caddish features. Who is into that?
I would assume there's more men into the beach ball sized titties
Yeah,
than
yeah,
there
yeah.
are into cat lady.
I would
if that's what
agree
you're
with
saying.
that. I would agree
Yeah.
with that. However, I still would like to meet a guy that's like, man, I want it to look like her skin's gonna rip.
I don't.
You know
yeah,
what
like
I mean?
all
that
the
doesn't-
veins are just like holding on for dear life.
It's
Like
just, yeah,
Well,
and
and,
then
they don't move. Like
yeah,
not
it
even
affects everything because now it's so unnatural.
yeah, her body doesn't move naturally. Like she can't do things
Yeah,
or
or like
she's not.
she's laying on her back and she has to hold them like in
Yeah.
place. Like it's just a whole, they don't rest nice. It's just
Yeah.
weird. I don't.
What if
they
they
look
change
painful.
color because they're so big? It's like
Yeah, yeah. And
Like,
like,
I think you got an area of blood loss down here.
Yeah,
This is really
dude,
starting
so
to-
on Botch, they would show people that like they had got got them too big, and like their skin, like their nipple or their skin, like would be dying. It's because it's lost blood.
Yeah,
and
God,
it's like
they got gangrene on their fucking
essentially, and it's like
crazy,
you
man.
went too big, and now we have to go like 0. Like you have to take this out. We have to cut all that skin out. We have to let it heal, and then whatever size we may be able to get back in it. So you're going from a triple G to maybe a B.
Yep. And now you gotta have cat nipples. Like
what? What was that?
I don't know.
They're small.
Dude, I don't. No, the nipples are going to be huge, first of all, because they're all stretched out.
No, not when you go back to 0.
Hold
no,
on.
those are dead. You got to get rid of those.
Oh, you got to get new
ones.
nipples.
Cat
Okay.
new nipples.
All right.
Why'd you pick it?
I want smiley face nips.
Why'd you pick a cat? They do that too. They do
They
hearts.
probably do. I'm sure they do all kinds
They'll
of
turn,
things.
yes,
Yeah.
they will turn your areola into a heart.
Why not just get a tattoo of it like that? I don't know.
Danny, why get him that big? You know, there's a level here where we're already talking in the ether. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. It looks very painful, very annoying, very making your life difficult.
Yeah.
Just for everyday tasks. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just
But I don't like wearing a tight shirt sometimes.
I mean,
I'm like, then you're all of a sudden everything is like,
everybody,
the
Danny's like,
skin's
quit
tight.
checking out my quads, okay? Leave my arms alone. There's got to be a certain amount of voyeurism to that too. That not voyeurism or exhibitionism.
They want attention.
Yeah, the women, they like the attention. That's why it's so big. So maybe in their mind it has to be worth it. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it.
Right. Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. And to spend whatever it was, 14 grand, 6 grand, 3 grand, whatever the number was, 15, 16, 17, whatever, how many times they've done all the things.
Right.
It's
But in
gotta-
my mind, there's a difference between people looking at you because like, wow, you're really hot, or like that's a freak show.
Absolutely.
But maybe in their mind, it's the same thing. People are still looking.
That's
at
So
it.
have you seen these dudes down in? It's mostly in Brazil, but they do this stuff called synthol, and they inject it into their muscles.
Yeah. There's that Russian guy that's fucking super famous.
Yes, yeah, it is a dude in Russia,
Yeah.
but a lot of them are down like they're like pretend to be bodybuilders,
Yeah.
but they look so unbelievably fake.
Yeah.
Like everything is like lumpy, like you said, like the injections in the face.
It's lumpy.
I
They
assume
have
it's
like the
a-
mass, but it doesn't move like a regular muscle.
like-
would.
Yeah, they'll straighten their arm, but it's still just the
hilarious
same arm.
because they're like they show them in these videos like lifting weights. Like,
Yeah.
what are you even lifting weights for? Like,
Yeah.
there's
That's
really
gotta
no reason
hurt.
to be
Your
doing
muscle
it. Yeah.
can't move.
Yeah. And so this synthol stuff is a mixture of different types of oil. It's an oil that they put in, and it's like sesame, walnut, like paraffin,
Sesame seed oil.
sesame seed oil.
They just throw whatever oil
And
they
then they
got.
also put in benzol alcohol in it and lidocaine into the shit.
What's
and
the
then
lidocaine to make it
to make it
feel-
numb?
hurt
I guess.
less? Okay.
Yeah, to make it numb.
Hurt less. Dude,
Yeah.
you'll see some of them and their skin's like blue.
That's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
happened to that Russian dude. Didn't his
Yeah.
arm like exploded or something?
Yeah,
'cause
so
he put too much synthol
I
in
watched
it?
this video of this one dude. So it was like these 4 bodybuilders, and they looked like fairly natural bodybuilders. Like maybe there was some like steroid use,
Right,
but
right.
not like this crazy like synthol stuff. And they were all flexing, like doing whatever. And his shoulder started leaking, and all this oil came out of his shoulder.
Oh,
Yeah,
ew.
because like it like popped or whatever. But this is all like self-administered. Like this isn't being done by doctors.
Yeah,
this
of
is
course.
them doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And eventually, like their like muscles become like calcified, and they got to use like needles that they would use for like horses to inject medicine to get through the skin and like the
Put more in or get it
fibrous-
out?
No, they keep putting the shit in.
Oh my god.
No,
Does it like wear off or something?
eventually, like your body does like absorb it, but like it like devastates like your muscles because they're injecting it directly in, not under the skin. It's like into the muscle.
Yeah, see,
is
I
where
don't
they're
understand
putting it.
that. Like, just do steroids, I guess. I mean,
Right.
maybe they don't have the time for steroids.
But
They're
it's
I
like
want
a
it
quick.
now.
With this, you don't have to work out. It just immediately
but it looks
inflates
stupid.
everything. It looks so dumb.
It looks stupid.
And like they're like walking down the street, and their like traps are like above their ears, like not joking. Like, and it is like it
And their
looks
arm,
like a kid
the
drew a
weird-
bodybuilder.
The weird thing is like their forearms, they'll
Tiny.
Like they'll miss a part of their body. Like their forearm will be like normal.
Yes.
And their bicep and tricep is
Giant.
like legitimately a foot wide.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Literally,
it's
this
like-
dude had 23-inch biceps.
Didn't Big Black from Robin Big had 22s. I got 22s.
Yeah.
And that dude was
He's like
6'7".
6'7".
Massive.
Yeah.
These dudes are like
He's
5'7".
Shaq size.
400
Yeah.
pounds. And he
Yeah,
had
these dudes are
22s.
like under 6 foot, like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
with biceps that big. It is dumb, and they're not. For some reason, like the muscles don't get round; they just go up.
Yep.
Like so, like you look at them from the side, and they're like super skinny. Besides their chest that goes out, but like their traps only go up, their biceps only go up. So it's not like you're gaining. It's
Mass.
weird.
Yeah, it's
it
not
doesn't-
natural.
It's
Right,
not
yeah,
natural.
it's just
I have a similar story. It's a horror story, but there was a woman that was injecting women for BBLs. She was known for doing it in women's butts, but she was in Miami, and come to find out, her name
was she licensed or?
Yeah.
That's how this story started.
I mean, I think she had
professional doctor and licensed cement administrator.
Yes. Her name was O'Neill Juan Morris, and if you saw this, so she's trans. If you saw this woman, littler waist, her backside was legitimately probably 60 inches wide. Face was like kind of distorted because like of the things that she had injected in her face, but went to jail because she was administering injections into women, and she was using things like Fix-A-Flat.
What?
Fix-A-Flat?
No
Why?
way.
Fix-A-Flat.
So this person has mental problems.
Super glue. She was using industrial grade silicone, which is essentially cement.
So she was buying it from Lowe's.
Yes.
And then
so like they use industrial silicone to like seal your house, like
to fill gaps and shit.
And
yeah.
like to make sure that shit doesn't
clearly
leak.
your body's not breaking that down.
And that she was putting it in people's bodies. So she started with butts, and she was doing women's butts. She said that they said that she had killed that at least one woman had died. Multiple were hospitalized. But there was a woman that was on that TV show Botched. Her name was Raji, and she had went to this woman and had it in her face. And like John said, like it was sagging. Like you ever seen like a Cane Corso dog where like you can see like the bottoms of their eyes?
Yep,
like her cheeks were like sagging, and her chin was like real distorted and long because of this weight that was in her face from this woman illegally injecting.
What?
She got 10 years.
That's it?
In prison.
Why was she using those materials? Is there any light on that?
No.
Like, was she a
cheap,
sociopath? She obviously knows that's not supposed to go in someone.
Yeah. So technically, even medical grade silicone, you're not allowed to inject into.
Yeah, you're not allowed to, because I actually have a similar story. I don't want to step on your. All right. Well, this was a mother-daughter team by the name of Alicia Gomez and Libby Adame. They were doing unlicensed silicone injections. Basically, what they were doing was BBLs without the fat removal part. So they would show up to your house. Apparently, they were like super cheap. They cost like
that sounds
less
like
than half.
That sounds like a more believable surgery. Like the outcome, it's like you're not taking a bunch of stuff away and then putting it here. It's like you're just adding a little bit.
Yeah, just adding a little bit. Apparently, that's what they were doing. But they were injecting silicone, which is illegal in the United States.
Medical grade, though?
It was medical grade, but you're not allowed to do it in the U.S. Yes. So obviously they were unlicensed, all this other shit. But they went to this woman's house. It looks like her name was like Raj Paul. But she ended up dying from the injections.
Raj did?
The woman that they were injecting. But what happened is, so they put these injections into this lady's ass. She had a bad reaction. They called 911 and then left. So the paramedics got there. Had no idea what was wrong with her. Yeah, took her to the hospital, and then she died anyway because they're like, you probably need to know there's silicone in someone.
Yep.
And that's why they're having a bad reaction. But they both got charged with manslaughter and are in jail now.
Jesus.
Or,
so do you think?
I should say.
Do you think she had a reaction because she's like allergic to silicone, or
no? I think that they probably went too deep because this was actually the third time they had given this same woman injections.
Oh, okay.
So they probably broke whatever barrier Nick was talking about.
It's not a barrier. It's just like there's
dermal.
There's a level like if you go below the skin is like they were like you don't even have like the needle could just barely break the dermal layer, and if you fill below that,
it's going into your bloodstream.
It's going.
Basically.
Yeah, right. It's not coming back out.
Anyway, she died. They're in prison now, so
that sucks, dude.
I don't understand the people that are looking for the
cheap
BOGO, plastic surgery shit or the fillers and stuff. Like,
so this was a little while ago. I think it was actually 10 years ago. I think that the person is about to get out. But yeah, apparently it was all the rage in like Miami was like getting these like fillers, and they called them home fillers, and you'd go to somebody's house and they would shoot you up. It was
it seems like these fillers are the most dangerous.
Didn't people used to have Botox parties?
Yeah,
you'd have a woman come and do a whole
party.
Botox
isn't a filler though; it is an injection.
But they also said that
is this not a type of filler?
No, it just
tightens your skin. It's not a filler.
No. It relaxes your muscles. It
It's actually the bubonic plague. It's
botulinum
toxin.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's dead virus.
Yeah, but when they put it in, what happens is the nerves stop working, so you can't move that part of your body.
So it just de-wrinkles wherever.
Yeah.
You don't so when you smile, you don't move your mouth.
You don't
so
move
you
that
don't
part of your.
You don't
face.
wrinkle it if you don't move it.
I see.
So they would give it to. The goal was that you got it regularly, and then you would fight off wrinkles so much longer because you're not wrinkling your forehead when you smile.
And now you're not gonna get botulism either because you have the antidote.
You've built up
those antibodies,
or you could become a zombie.
So I think Botox is a very popular. Like, there's one down the street from our house, right in Wyoming, a Botox place where you can go, and people have like parties. Yeah, they just get it.
I think go to the dentist and get it. You can go all kinds.
There are many people we know.
You can go to the dentist and get Botox.
If they're like. They have to go through a process and get
certified. Yeah.
We know lots of people who have had Botox.
Yeah, I also know a lot of people that have Botox.
I thought you were going to admit that you had Botox. I also
not yet. Would I?
Maybe.
Depends on how bad I age. We're going to find out in the next 10 years, guys.
10 years is how long that's going to take?
Yep, it's going to take 10 years.
What if you got Botox in your dick?
Okay.
Why is it? Well, my dick is wrinkle free, so I don't need it. You know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing.
Oh my God.
Isn't a boner when you actually relax that muscle and then it allows the blood flow to enter? So if you have Botox in your dick, you would just always have a boner.
You know, I'm going to be honest with you. I just always assumed that was God's work down there. I've never done the science on boners. So whatever it is. Is that what it is? So it's going to make my dick bigger?
Guys, okay.
That's what I was getting at.
All right. You know what? We're going to move on.
We're going to be constantly hard.
We're going to move on to a different
testing.
Okay.
Topic, which I haven't picked yet, but I'm going to pick it now.
All right.
We're gonna
Here we go.
Who out there do you think has had plastic surgery that you can't really tell?
Paul Rudd.
You think Paul Rudd has had it?
Dude looks the exact same now as he did in 1994.
Yeah. Did you also think him?
I've got Paul Rudd, yeah.
You do have Paul Rudd?
Yeah.
I mean,
he's aging.
Everybody talks about how ageless
gracefully.
he is.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like he's had anything done. He just looks the same.
He doesn't, but that's the line you want to...
But even when he was young, it's not like, he was like gorgeous. He wasn't. He just looked like a normal dude.
Yeah, but he still looks the same.
Looks like a normal dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Would you believe that maybe Miss Taylor Swift has had something done?
I've heard she's had some stuff done. Maybe a little filler.
I've heard breast augmentation.
I would believe that, but they're not very big, though. Right?
So that was one of the things that was an argument.
A, right?
Yeah, that was one of the arguments is like the guy that was going through this like part of this conversation was like, you can see here where you can see a lot more mass in her breast and she's got like cleavage, and like somebody in the comments was like, I mean, I can do that with a bra.
I was about to say you can do a lot with
right.
Like a push-up bra has a lot of mass under the bra, and
boob all of the things that she's wearing in these concerts are like tailor-made. Like like she can do anything she wants. Like it's not just like off the rack. Like hey, I bought a bra at Victoria's Secret. Like this is a corset that was made by Donatella Versace or something. You know what I mean?
Do you think it's her fault that Travis Kelce sucks this year?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. And that's why every team that she played a concert in is like doing terrible or whatever. Like, yeah, she is.
It's a Swiftie curse.
You can't be that good, and also something bad has to happen. Karma is a Bia. She sung a song about that one time.
They're still winning their division, aren't they? Or their conference?
Yeah.
So if you're Taylor Swift, I mean, yeah, but she has enough money. Like her diet's on point, her makeup's always on point, her hair's always on point. Yep. Like you don't have to do too much.
Yeah,
your personal trainer's always there.
And she was always I mean, not that this matters necessarily, but she was always like a very like slender person anyway.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like she was like
leggy blonde.
Yeah, she wasn't like a bigger girl that like lost weight when she got
and then it's like, oh, what happened here?
Yeah. She was always like the thinner, like tall, like leggier. Yeah. So, but when they said that, I was like, I mean,
maybe, but
I heard Lizzo lost a bunch of weight.
She did. She is still losing
weight. Did she?
Yeah. Without any kind of intervention, just working out.
She's gonna pop with a new face, and we're gonna be
like Megan.
We caught you now.
Yeah.
So now we know you lied.
What about Kaylee Kuko?
So
tit job.
She had a breast job. I didn't know that.
I would say it's one of the best ones.
Yeah, she went like
you couldn't tell she had a. I mean, they're not huge,
right?
But you can tell by the shape. Correct.
Apparently, she got them when she was like young, like 18 or something.
Yeah, I mean, Big Bang Theory. You could tell she had a boob job. No,
I thought she had nice tits. I don't know.
I'm with him on this one.
Okay,
but she's on.
It's the shape, like the way they hang. They don't hang the same.
She's on my list here of some of the better ones.
You know, I like hangers. Go ahead, Nick.
Oh my God, Ariana Grande.
Oh, she had work done.
Yeah, I think she had filler and stuff done, right?
Nose. They think she got her nose done.
I thought she had lips done too.
I don't know. Nose is what I heard.
Jennifer Aniston had her nose done.
Yeah, hers isn't as believable.
You know what?
Are these these people that we don't? Yeah, that's absolutely real. Have you ever seen old pictures of her? It's totally different nose.
Because she actually did that in Friends.
Got a nose job in Friends.
Oh yeah. When she was in high school, she did have a big,
huge like nose.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. If you look at old pictures of her.
Oh man, I didn't know that. That's funny that they did it on Friends. Like, was she not trying to hide that?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, who cares? She's rich and famous now. What the fuck is the difference?
There's another thing about that though. Like, if you do it and you do it well, like I wouldn't be ashamed of it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The
only thing is, it does kind of dilute the like, man, you're naturally
gorgeous.
Yes.
Yeah.
But hey, you're still looking at me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
right,
It's like
right,
I'm
right.
naturally 60 whatever years old.
Yeah.
You know who?
I'm naturally getting paid.
You know who has had?
Doing.
I don't know. I don't think this has happened, but you know who looks like too good? Halle Berry.
Oh gosh, her and Selma
I want to
Hayek.
say she's natural. Though.
Yes,
I bet
yeah,
they've
yeah.
had some a
I think
little
they're
bit.
both natural, but god damn,
I bet they've had some just a little tweak.
But it's so believable.
I believe you.
Dude.
I'm with you, bro.
Yeah, and
Halle Berry, Monsters Ball, great movie.
Well, that was like 25 years ago.
And I'm still into it, bro.
Yeah,
You know
I'm talking
what
about now.
yeah,
She looks better now than she did in Monsters
You know
Ball.
what the weirdest
No,
thing
that's
is?
not
There was a dude out there that cheated on her.
Yeah,
It's wild. Dude.
maybe she's
Fucking
crazy.
Giselle
Maybe she's
Bundchen's
wacko.
pregnant with her
judo
Muay Thai instructor or whatever.
Giselle Bundchen.
Tom Brady's
Brady's
ex-wife. Now she cheated on him, correct? That's what I read. Is that
I
true?
never found her all that attractive. I mean, she's.
Out of-
I mean, yeah, she
You're off
is,
the
but not
podcast.
like.
You're off the podcast.
I would say out of the Angels, she was not my top.
Yeah,
But she's in the Angels. That's like saying out of the I don't even know how to say it. I don't even know how to say it.
Yep.
I'm so mad right now.
Out of the astronauts.
The Hall of Fame. Yeah,
You picked
you're
the one that didn't
dumbest
go on the
one.
moon.
Exactly.
Idiot.
Yep. Yeah, not a rush, not.
You're the dumbest rocket scientist.
That
at
Now
NASA.
let's get to a sexy woman. What about Martha Stewart?
She was
I
sexy
feel
back
like
then.
she
Yeah.
looks good for her age.
You know what? Cook
She had
me a meal.
Okay.
Cook me a meal.
Hold
she
on.
had cheek filler.
What?
Yeah.
I think she's probably had a little bit. I would say that she's probably had a couple of the tugs. So there's also one of those.
But I think it looks good. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, there's one of those
Hug me
facelift
anytime.
lift things where they actually anchor like a wire to the inside and they pull it and then re-anchor it.
Well, that can't look real.
So they can just like keep ratcheting it
No,
up.
no,
Can
yeah.
they get in
I
there
mean,
and just
Like
turn the
telephone
dial?
lines, just
yeah,
like keep
exactly.
tightening the shit.
Like a
Yeah,
fucking
they do
fishing
something like
pole.
that with your. I can't remember where they were saying, but yeah, there's something with those like anchored. That's not wire, but it's some sort of anchor. It's so freaking weird. What about a good one, Miss Kelly Rowland?
Yeah, she looks great.
She looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
Breast augmentation.
Did she?
Openly admitted that she had one, and so I've thought that besides Beyonce's gorgeous, but Kelly Rowland is banging.
Yeah.
Banging. What about y'all are gonna flip out Iggy Azalea?
No, I don't like Iggy Azalea.
Her eyes are too close. You can't
Yeah,
fix
she's
that.
not very pretty. Are you looking at me or are you?
It's not. Her eyes are closed.
That's because you're looking at her BBL the whole time.
Is it a BBL?
Not focused. Oh, absolutely.
You know what the
it's a
weirdest part is
BBL.
I don't think it is. I think it's an implant. I don't think.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
sorry. When I say BBL, whatever, it was altered.
Altered.
Let me
I
put
would
it
say
way,
that.
Okay.
I would say that. But it's listed that she is opened up about her.
Oh, I'm going to be honest now, guys.
Only
Or
talked about
Australian accent or
only
whatever.
talked about her breast augmentation. Nothing.
Didn't talk about her ass.
Nothing about her ass.
Didn't fucking Nicki Minaj try to say she didn't have
then
implants
she
a
did
long
the-
time
She did.
ago?
Yeah. What are you
But do
doing
you remember
here?
she did like a it was like
video.
a halftime show or
Yeah.
something, and she like sat on a chair and you could see it move.
Yeah. And like she's dancing, and you can just see like half of her ass doesn't move, and the
Yeah.
other half is. Yeah.
I need to see Iggy.
Maybe
Azalea.
it wasn't Iggy. I just googled a picture of her. Maybe it was somebody else I'm
Her
thinking of.
close
That has,
eyes.
No,
She
Iggy
hasn't got-
Azalea's not. I don't think she's in the face. She's not pretty.
I think she's okay. I think she's alright looking.
And she sounds.
I think sometimes
awesome.
she wears too much makeup.
Yeah,
You're a
absolutely.
fan of Iggy Azalea's rap
No.
rap songs? Well,
No.
then what do you mean she sounds good?
Her accent, like if she was a talking.
Oh, you like the Australian
Absolutely.
accent?
Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
Yeah, I mean, I like the Australian. I guess she's not.
Who doesn't?
I don't want her to be calling me mate in bed.
I don't think that's where that happened.
Oh, come on,
friend. How often are you with your wife like,
Call me mate.
Oh, is that all you got? Throw some more shrimp on the barbie.
I've got a mate fetish. Call me mate. We're friends here, right?
Yeah, he's got an Australian kink. I can't get him to stop.
God, you're an idiot. I don't want her to call me mate in bed because you're just with your wife like, come on, friend.
Shower me in Australian dollars.
Oh, God bless it, dude. Oh, you need help. You need help.
Australian kink. I like that, dude. Can you have any kind of kink you want?
Dude, yes.
What are you
serious?
Are you really asking that question right now?
Yeah.
Most kinks are like wild as fuck.
I think I might have an Australian kink.
Yeah, I agree.
That I have an Australian
Yes. Yeah. It's too often that you're staring off into space like, mate. Mate.
Oh, shrimp.
Wonder what time it is in Australia, mate.
This guy hit the beach.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna incorporate
Jesus.
that
into what?
into my life.
That's good.
Well,
Start
is
now.
your kink for you to have an Australian accent?
My kink is for you guys to
can't
listen to my
incorporate-
shitty accents. That's my kink.
God, did you hear how much my mates listen to my accent tonight?
Jesus Christ.
What about Dolly, young Dolly? I
Dolly
about,
Parton?
Yeah, I thought about that because she had to have had
She
her-
definitely had
her boobs done
well,
early.
titties are done,
yeah.
absolutely.
Like way long ago.
She had to keep getting them done, and then not have them take out. They just kept putting them.
They add
And
to
her face too. She has to have something have done with
Yeah.
her face.
Yes, she's like a queen of plastic surgery. But I will say this: she doesn't look terrible for all the shit she's done.
No, that's true.
You know what I mean?
She still looks recognizable
Yes.
as to who she was.
Yeah, I do think that her waist to breast to shoulder
ratio?
like the whole like
A wasted tit.
like the whole thing, like
Yeah.
it's very
Well, I mean, I think that's
drastic.
what she's going for, like a larger than life.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Larger than humanly possible.
Yeah, exactly.
What celebs could use plastic surgery? Like that we don't think has had that.
That could use.
That could use it.
Okay,
plastic
I'm going to say this
surgery.
out loud. This is going to be rude. Sorry in advance. There's no way that you can go through this and be like, we were really nice about that.
Well, yeah, because you're basically calling someone an uggo.
Yep, pretty much. Yeah, buddy.
Maybe not ugly. Maybe just let himself go. Like get back to the.
Can I say
good
Mickey
times.
Rourke? I think
No,
he
he
needs two
needs
more
to stop.
surgeries
No.
he's done.
He needs
No.
to
Two
stop.
more
He
surgeries
already
he's
had those
back
two.
to good.
I have your Mickey Rourke. Gary Busey.
Uh,
He's all natural.
you know what? He tried to get surgery. They were like, "Sir, we can't. Your jaw,
And you
your
know
teeth
what?
are too big."
Sorry.
No, you know why we can't? We can't put any more drugs
Yeah.
in your
Yeah,
body.
yeah, that's
we
true.
can't fix crazy, sir.
We don't know what your currently cocktail you,
You
have
won't
in your
wake
body.
up. You won't wake up.
Have you noticed that one eye is like a centimeter lower than the other eye?
Get outta
It's
here.
all wonky.
Get out of here. Do you want to talk about
You know what?
boiled
I've never
sausage?
even seen his eyes because I'm always staring into the abyss of those chompers when he's fucking talking, dude.
Do you want to talk about boiled sausage?
Is that something he said?
I don't know.
Yeah, he did. I don't know if it was him or AI, but he was like, it's a pretty funny clip. It's a pretty
Dude,
funny
let's talk about boiled sausage.
I'm going home and Googling that.
He's 80 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, it is way lower.
Look at that eye. What's it doing down there?
Oh, dude. Oh,
Oh,
dude.
fuck. Oh, my God.
It's
I'm
like he
so
got hit
sorry,
with an
Gary.
axe in his cheek, and then it just collapsed.
Sorry, Gary, man.
Well, yeah, but that's like a thing like where if you're an ugly man in Hollywood and you're getting roles, don't change a thing.
Yes.
No. You don't need to
Lean
be
into it.
attractive.
Lean
yeah,
into
exactly. It's like, who's the other guy? From New York. He was in Reservoir Dogs.
Buscemi.
Yeah, Steve Buscemi.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, don't become more attractive.
Or like that,
Because that's not what you
that
need
big
to do.
Mexican dude that has a giant scar on his face. Like that scar's getting you these
Trejo?
roles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Danny Trejo.
Yeah.
Trejo.
Yeah, you're a character actor at this point.
What
Those
about-
are your roles.
Do you
That's
guys
your bread and
remember
butter.
No Country for Old Men?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
The Hispanic guy?
Javier Bardem
Yeah,
or whatever.
the bad
his-
guy.
Yeah,
the bad guy?
which
Yeah.
sometimes he's in other
I
movies.
think
and
he's
it's
kind
like,
of a good-looking guy, though, actually.
in that movie with that haircut, I was like,
He looks
you need something or
wild.
yeah,
Yeah.
you need
Yeah. Well, they gave him that
Help.
like lesbian haircut. And, you know I mean, he's all fucking. He did. Come on, he did.
Yeah. He looked like the kid that's like, I'm a boy that likes berries and cream.
Exactly, he did. Yeah, the Skittles kid.
Yeah.
On a side note, I love that movie.
Dude, that haircut is
so good.
Terrible. It is so bad.
Oh, I have a question.
It's worse than I remember.
Is hair plugs considered plastic surgery?
Yeah, hell yeah, it is.
I mean, it's I would say. Yeah, I would say so.
You know, you can
it's a cosmetic surgery.
Exactly.
Yep. Okay. That's why I think like
is laser hair removal.
No, I think a stomach where they go inside and change your stomach. I feel like that's
so laser hair removal is plastic surgery.
No. Well, I think plastic. It's like they're not like putting something fake.
When I hear plastic, that's what I hear. But when Danny says cosmetic surgery, what about okay? Well, cosmetically that does change.
But then a facelift is plastic surgery, but they're not like putting anything in. They're just taking out like
technically
liposuction.
Lipo is they took something out. It's yours, and they put it back into you for a BBL. So plastic is a term that's.
I think it's just a generic term. It looks fake.
Yeah. Other than
or not looks
not
fake,
natural. I guess plastic, not natural.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay, because you can go get a hair
transplant
in Turkey for like dirt cheap. There's these like pictures of these people like
$1,500 to $3,000.
That's dirt cheap for plugs.
Same in Mexico.
Now they take that hair from your ass, right?
No,
or what do they take?
I think they take it from other areas of your
lower
hair.
back.
Other
Wherever
areas
you have hair?
Other areas of your hair where you're growing strong hair. Like the back of your head, the side
but what's good is it to me to just move my hairline up to the top from the
hair
will grow back in.
Grow back here. It won't grow up here.
Like they take the follicle.
They take the follicle. Now that's gone. That's
all
regrow.
Have you ever plucked a hair out of your face and then it grows back?
So they take that hair and just put it in the top and hope it grows?
Yes.
No, it grows.
Oh, I thought they were taking the whole thing.
No.
You're farming, you're taking that crop and moving it.
No,
yeah, I mean essentially,
they do
but
they're
taking
thing.
Yeah, they're taking like so one. They don't take a whole patch like a 5-inch thing. They take 35.
They're leaving the follicle and just putting the hair.
They're taking the follicle, but the follicle will grow back.
Like
if you've ever plucked a hair, like when women pluck their eyebrows, they don't stay like that.
They come back.
But I'm not. I don't want to talk about it anymore. This is not making any sense to me. So
if you plucked your beard hair out,
right,
and you follicle and all, and you threw it on the ground. Would that hair grow back?
That little part on the end of the hair is the follicle.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Throw it on the ground, and that hair would grow back because that follicle would
I thought the follicle was in your skin.
It is.
So how does it grow back if they take it out? I don't understand.
That's how hair works. I don't know, man.
Guys, I'm so confused.
So wow. Yeah, so that works that way. Jeez, Christmas. That's...
I apologize.
You're gonna need to just go Google it later. I don't know
how it works.
I got too much hair, so you know what I mean.
Go donate a follicle.
I want to keep it for myself.
John doesn't understand.
Yeah,
it will never grow back.
They're gonna take my soul.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to be bald, sir. I'd rather not be bald.
If you could have some kind of plastic surgery done, what would you get done?
Well, I mean, I did have a surgery when I was like 8 years old.
Did they take your
Oh my god, I knew it. As soon as he started talking, I was like, this is a dong comment. There's no way.
No, I mean, I'm being serious. I'm trying to open up to you guys. I want to be real about it. I mean, they did reduce the size of my dong, as you said. I was having trouble walking.
Your dad would let you celebrate a birthday, but
he puts you in dong reduction surgery at 6.
Well, it was
he wanted to demasculine you, huh?
The state required it. They said I was a freak, and it was the whole thing. I couldn't run. You know what I mean? I kept tripping, so I had to get it reduced. But no, yeah, I would get like fake abs or something.
I don't think I want to do this podcast anymore. I just don't think it's like worth it. You know what I mean? If we're 80 minutes in and this dude's gonna try to open up to us by telling us a fake ass story,
but also he said fake abs and it was just like nothing happened. Like
you can't just be
that's
like,
also
nah,
wild.
man, but I get fake abs. Like I'm gonna tell
reaction.
You God bless it, dude. I would
true story.
I would get lipo.
Would you?
I would actually if I had to get something, that's what I would get.
Would you go the Drake route and get the BBL too or not?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
So you believe it?
Now you do.
I'm sad.
And I would probably
it was on Reddit.
Dude, you know what? I would this is my new thing. I'm not going to have a gym membership anymore. I'm going to save up the 15, 10, 15,
there you go. You're going to be waiting years, dude.
until I get to
invest it.
$1,500.
Oh, you got to get a return on that money. Hold on. Cut down the time.
$1,500 for a Sono Bello.
Okay.
Frozen belly button.
What's a gym membership?
Bam.
$10 a month?
Yep.
It's $120 a year. It's 10 years to get to $1,200.
Yep.
Okay.
Still got 2 more years to go.
Every 10 years, you got to redo it, though,
Yep.
right?
There you go. And I never have to.
Well, actually, as you get older, you start putting on more and more weight. So
True.
you got to probably cut that in half.
True.
So 10 years, then you got to go 5 years after that.
Yeah, well, I'll just act like I had 2 gym payments.
Oh, okay.
And I'll just put 20.
This gym payment's from a right leg. This one's from a left leg.
Yep. Work out differently at different locations. Danny?
I would do a limb lengthening.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
You let them do it.
Smash them shins.
Do you know what that entails?
They cut them, right?
They break your thigh bone or your shin bone and insert a device that gradually pulls the bones apart.
Yes.
And then the bone regrows
now
in there.
They can only add up to an inch.
How weak is that bone, though?
No, when you break your bones, don't they say it grows back stronger? Because it
I don't know.
I think the bone is denser where it regrows.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but there would be a hinge point where one bone part is really dense and the other bone part is the old bone, right?
Maybe.
So there's like a scab there, for lack of a better term, where it regrows over?
No, it would just be... Wouldn't it be the strongest where it broke and then everywhere else is just the same density as your other bones?
I don't know. I'd like to see you do it, though.
They can only add like an inch, though.
You just got to keep doing it.
No, I think they're gonna add more.
Yeah, you started the shins, and then you can't go back to shins because you got really long.
So you gotta go to
shins,
the thighs.
Then you go to the thigh.
So you can get 2 inches.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
5'6".
I feel like that's
Not worth it.
You're in the sweet spot. You're in the sweet spot, bro. Now you're average.
5'8". Ugh, I don't know.
Or you can just get some lifts, bro. That seems easier than fucking surgery.
Yeah, maybe just try lifts to see how it feels to be that tall.
Yeah.
And be like,
I like how Danny's like,
Danny,
that
you know
tall?
what?
Like 2 inches is going to be
Danny,
like,
you're gonna love it.
it's
You're gonna
so
love it. You're gonna
it's
love
so
it, bro.
crazy up here, guys.
you.
Look,
I believe
you're
you.
gonna be looking down at your kids all day. You know what I mean?
Is it harder to breathe up there? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's nicer.
I get a lot of
air's
oxygen
cooler.
down here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Up here, there's a lot of bullshit. Flows up from you two idiots.
Yeah, well, stink rises.
Yeah.
So that is true.
I thought shit rolled downhill. Is
It
what I
does.
was
So
always told,
the shit does, but the farts come up.
Yeah.
So it's bad. It's bad up here.
This is terrible.
Yeah. Danny, do you have like a unwanted advance?
I've
what
got
segment do you do?
I've got a Florida surgery.
Florida
on.
surgery, man.
Yes. So these are all cosmetic surgeries.
Okay.
All right, let's hear it.
So this is a
Wait, who's going first?
Florida Man segment. I read 3 news stories. 3 of them are real. Or I read 4 news stories. 3 of them are real. One of them I've made up. And
We've
these
been
2
over
got to
the math.
guess. Yep.
Well,
It's
the
unfair.
guests might not.
For the one new listener out there, John.
Oh, you
gotta
know what? I
explain
do
it.
want to give a shout out. I got a new listener that reached out to me. His name is Don. I'd like to thank Don for listening. I will.
Has Don had a BBL?
No.
Where's Don located?
Don is located right here in the area.
Cincinnati.
In the
All right,
Cincinnati area.
Glad to hear you, Don.
Ran into him.
Glad to see you.
It's a him too, not a DAWN. So.
Oh. Don man name, old man.
Yep.
Don woman name,
Attractive?
attractive,
Yeah.
I think.
That's
Like younger
weird because the
chick.
Don
That is
that I
very
knew
weird.
was not that. We'll talk about that later. Go ahead, Danny. You read
All
your
right.
questions. Shout out to
First
Don.
one. Florida woman loses her nipples after horrific Colombian plastic surgery.
I think it's your turn first, by the way.
Cool.
All right.
He was talking to
Did
me.
you say nipple losers?
Yeah.
What was it?
I don't have a pen.
Lost nipples.
Lost
Like, I
pen,
don't know if
Danny?
they misplaced them. I don't know where these
I
things
see,
went.
I see.
I don't have a pen.
Okay.
No, I have no pens.
Okay, one is tucking
Gonna write
tucking your
this.
tape.
You're out of here.
Number
All right,
2,
Number 2.
Florida woman undergoes surgery to add third breast.
Ooh, what is
Total-
that movie?
Total Recall.
There you go. I
Yes.
like that.
Maybe that's what the future is like. I don't know. We all have extra testicles and nipples.
Here's the
or-
problem,
and-
though. You
and,
marry a
breasts.
woman with 3 breasts, your child still has 2 breasts.
Well, maybe you don't want your child to have 3 breasts.
Well, maybe they got a chromosomal issue, and now your kid has 3 titties.
This is out of hand.
Everybody
We
wins.
are out of
All right.
hand at this moment.
Like, just because your wife does things in bed doesn't mean you want your child to do that, right?
Danny, this is a part of your body.
Danny, that's definitely true. Definitely true.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Number 3, Florida woman.
3? 2 was what?
Nips, you're out of here, and then we got Total
Total
Recall.
Recall.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Florida woman pretends to be a plastic surgeon and does a nose job.
Does a nose job.
Successfully?
All she did was put a clown nose on the end.
Yeah.
Like, you're good. You're bad.
You're done. Give me my $5,000.
All right.
And the last one here, Florida man has pubic hair surgically transplanted to reverse balding.
With
if
the
they
follicle?
move the pubic hair up to your head, does this still come in curly?
Yes.
It does.
Yes.
So you guys straighten it every day? Is he straighten? He has a straightener? He has a straightener?
Maybe he already
Does he get a
had
perm?
Can you
curly hair?
imagine
I don't know.
clamping onto that and sizzling that? That's sweaty bones.
Straight down, coming off your head at a 30-degree
I don't think
angle.
it brings the sweat glands with it.
That's a good point. That's a good point. It's a very good point.
Well, I sweat a lot naturally anyway, so.
You're just greasy.
It's still going to be a problem. All right, Nick, you're up.
I don't know, man. I'm going to go with D.
Pube hair?
Balding from your balls.
All right, I'm going to go with a 3, clown nose.
It was pube man.
Yes! Here's your shot, Daniel. Here's your shot, Jonathan. Yes, sir.
I didn't want to add a fourth woman. I wanted it to be different, so I chose man, but I don't know.
When you started going into the explanation of the follicle removal, I was like, this dude's done some research.
No research was done, but I
Cheers.
fact. Machu Picchu.
Machu Pisco.
All right.
All right. Thank you guys all for listening. Again, please reach out. Give us some questions.
You made it. We're at the end.
Yeah. I know you're happy because I'm happy. But thank you guys for listening. We'll talk to you soon. Later.
Howdy.